which is about 30 foot in diameter and dimly lit by motionless flames from torches on the walls. Unmovable curtains hang from the ceiling. There are pillows and couches strewn about the room. Beautiful women lie still as stone in poses of relaxed laughter. An arched exit to the north is where you come from is open with tied back curtains, and the doorway to the west is closed.
Are you two going to join us?
Who, me? Oh, yes, of course.
I'm here with you.
Okay, something doesn't seem right. You're at 17 of 40 hit points, Jiskar?
Yeah, he got hit by that Efreet pretty bad.
Okay. That's why there's a blood trail right by you.
Yeah.
Or from you. Yeah, so again, this is a room about 30 foot in diameter, dimly lit by motionless flames and torches on the walls. Unmovable curtains hang from the ceiling. There are pillows and couches strewn about the room. Beautiful women lie still as stone in poses of relaxed laughter. Some are there are two there playing a game of chess. Uh, Others doing their hair, each other's hair. Um, all veiled with thin diaphanous veils. Um, Dressed in luxurious clothing. Um, Fit for a desert or nomad princess.
I think we've found the harem of the sultans, my friends.
An arched exit to the north is where you're coming in from. It is open with tied back curtains, and the doorway to the west is closed.
Dargar will enter the room and look around, having a look at all of the frozen women. Wow. Frozen just like the others.
There were others?
Yes, most of the people that you encountered within this building or complex that you're in are all frozen in time. The torches are frozen in time. Things that seem to be movable are immovable. There are a few exceptions, such as the Ifrit.
I couldn't remember because we lost our memory. I couldn't remember if there had been a situation like this that is still in my current memory or not.
No, everything that happened prior to you entering again has been wiped. It's as if it never happened.
I'm going to search this room and see if I can undo this magical freeze that affects these ladies.
You can try, but you won't be able to move anything in the room.
Are there any objects or pillows or anything that appear unfrozen or stand out?
Nope.
Jaskar will go over to the closed door and put his ear to it and listen to see if he hears anything on the other side.
You don't hear anything. Even with your keen hearing, you can't hear anything.
How does it look like this door would open? Does it have a door handle or just push or?
There are no handles. Well, there is a handle, but it opens from the other side.
So it would swing out away
Yes.
from the circular room?
Yes, it would.
Why don't you give that door a try? Does it budge?
See if I can push the door.
You cannot move it.
Dargar will go over and help him.
Even with your strength, you cannot budge the door. Just like every other closed door beat that you've encountered before in there, you can't seem to move it.
Well, that door is stuck. Stuck real good.
Or it could be barred from the other side.
Or just immobile, like these pillows that we can't even move.
Well, the party did see two immobile guards when they came through the southern portion here with the alcoves. They did see these two immobile guards. And these were the typical harem eunuch type guards.
Well, let's backtrack. If we actually let's search for secret doors in this room first. Dargar will begin searching the walls for secret doors if he can.
Very well. I shall help you. I happen to be very good at searching for secret doors.
Anything that would have been found here, you would have found it.
I've found nothing.
So should we go back the way we came?
I think so. Let's go down to where the. Actually, let's go somewhere we haven't been. We've been to where the guards are, right?
Yeah, you actually passed through there. You were basically on your way north when you saw the open door to where the mummy was.
Giscard looks in this room to the north.
We haven't been in this north room yet.
No, you're not.
All right, let's check it. Let's search it for objects and secret doors.
Giscard will search around the desk.
Okay. Several dark-faced men and oval-eyed women wearing gay and bright clothing stand in this room. They look as though they're laughing, but there is no sound or movement. A small figure in drab clothing squats in the northwest corner of the room.
Does the figure seem to be alive and moving?
No, it does not.
Can we search the figure?
Sure.
Okay, Dargar will search him.
And as you do, the clothing seems to fall to pieces in your grasp, revealing nothing but bone and dilapidated armor. Dilapidated chainmail armor. Um, and there is a backpack under the skeleton's robes.
Dargar will pull the backpack and slide it out away from the skeleton and try opening it.
As you do, the skeleton does crumble upon itself. You're able to slide the backpack. There is some weight to it. And it sounds like metal upon metal within it as you shift it.
What do we have here in this rotted backpack? I'll open up the backpack and have a look.
Inside are several ancient coins of light bluish white metal. Almost a silvery color, but a little bit bluish than more silver. And there are three decent sized gems amongst them.
Oh my, gems. I like these. About how many coins are there, or can I tell?
And there looks like about 400 of them.
Oh, that's considerable. Are there any other objects that might identify this rotten corpse, the skeleton, or is it too rotted and destroyed? But
It's too far gone.
all right, well, Dargar will show the rest of the party what he's found. Looks like there's some treasure in this backpack, boys.
Yeah, it's more of a silvery white than a bluish silver or bluish white.
Very strange coins.
These coins are very ancient.
Very strange coins. I'll put the loot into my backpack, and we'll divvy up this stuff later. Unless you want to divvy it up now.
The later's fine.
You can just barely make out on several of the coins the face of a female in a like a cameo.
Is it a young female or an older female?
Youngish.
Does she look familiar?
I'm getting that information right now.
Yeah, plus I don't have any memory of anything, so.
Well, you do have memory. You just don't have memory of the time when you were like, as a player, you don't have any memories of the last time you were inside this tower.
And what was around the desk again? Sorry, I got.
No, there's basically the desk doesn't fit the description of the room itself. Whoever did that screwed up. Basically, inside this room, there's a bunch of people, men and women. Um, Several dark-faced men and old-eyed women wearing gay and bright clothing standing in this room. It looks as though they're laughing, but there are no sound or movement. And in the corner was basically squat in the corner in drab clothing was in the northwest corner. For that skeleton was.
I think the skeleton might have been of a thief. Maybe one that perished here somehow.
Could have been.
And the rest of these people that are frozen in time are stuck like everyone else. Can we read anything that's written on the papers on the desk?
There really isn't anything that, again, what's depicted doesn't match the description. There is no desk.
Oh, okay.
I think we screwed up. Whoever made the map screwed up on that.
Let's see if we can search any of these other frozen bodies, or are they all just
As if they were at a guest of a dinner party for a high dignitary.
Okay, well, what do you guys think? Are we done with this room then? Oh,
Yeah.
let's search the north wall for secret doors.
Very well.
I'll search the western wall.
Okay, no one found anything.
Okay, let's continue south then, and that staircase on the other side of the wall, have we gone up or down that staircase?
Which one?
The one right below us.
That's where you came up from.
We came up from there, okay.
There is this spiral staircase which goes both up and down.
The one on the bottom down here.
Yes.
Let's go down to that staircase and continue. Are we on our way up?
Well, you did climb up from the first floor.
We're now on the second floor.
Yes, you are.
Okay, let's try going up to the third floor. Anyone opposed to that idea?
Yeah.
Not I.
I remember this room. This is where all the people are dancing, right?
Yeah, the big area, the big octagonal room in the room, in the center. Yes.
And these guards are also frozen.
Yep. The harem guards are still frozen.
Okay, let's go upstairs.
Jaskar checks the door to see how it was held in place.
Basically, you don't see anything that's holding it in place.
Okay, we'll go up the stairs.
Okay.
Okay, one moment here while I get that map loaded.
Season finale of The Mandalorian was awesome.
He did only do short seasons like that. It seems like it just started. They had what, 6 episodes?
8. It's been 2 months.
Yeah.
Did you guys binge watch those, or did you wait for each one as they came out?
I waited for each one. I think you have to on Disney. Yeah. Or you could wait till they all come out and then just, watch them after all out.
I mean, I would have if they were still on Netflix, but when Disney came out with its streaming service, it pulled all its content from the other providers.
Yeah, there's still a few that they haven't pulled, like, I think the G.I. Joe movies, some of the Transformers movies.
No, they own that. They own Hasbro.
No,
How?
they own Marvel. Marvel owns G.I. Joe. It's Hasbro has a contract to make G.I. Joe toys.
The strip, yeah, okay. I was about to say, if the House of Mouse owned Hasbro, oh boy. Expecting the adventures in Magic Kingdom. Some maps I have to resize, others I don't.
No worries, Mark. Take your time.
I think there's also some Spider-Man movies that are still on other things.
Yeah, Sony still owns the rights to some of that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty much the only reason why I like Marvel is for when I was a kid is for the Transformers and GI Joe comics. And every once in a while they'd have crossovers too. GI
Yep.
Joe, supposedly GI Joe and Transformers have like a common universe in a couple of their
Yeah.
comics where they have a crossover.
Yeah, it's a shared universe between them and several of the Hasbro content.
When I was a kid, it was all the comics about Fantastic Four that I liked.
Yeah. I was way into all the headmasters and micro machines when they came out, and the weapon masters. And eventually they had engine masters and
Yep. Power Masters, yeah.
action masters. They were the Transformers that didn't transform, and that's kind of what uh, kind of knocked them out of the toy business for a while, because they were trying so hard to compete with Playmates for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They started making Transformers that didn't transform. They were just action figures, basically.
They had transformable parts.
Yeah. They'd have, like, a transformable weapon or something. They would turn into a robot. But that put them out of business. Well, not out of business, but it put them out of the toy world for probably about 4 or 5 years. And they started uh, they started up a new comic line in '93, and they started selling Transformers that transform again. And then from there, they went to uh, Beast Wars on TV. And I think there was a Beast Wars comic, but it wasn't very popular.
Yep.
And they had a toy line on that. And then ever since then, they've had like a new cartoon every like 2 years with its
Japanese
own
imports, yeah.
yeah, with its own line of new Transformers, like new
Yeah, the
versions of
Japanese,
old
yeah.
Transformers.
Yeah, the Japanese imports.
Yeah.
Armada, and
Yep. Cybertron. Um, I don't remember what else. But I, as an adult, I just can't get into those. I've tried watching like the cartoons and stuff, and I'm just like, nope. No, I mean, even I'll watch the old stuff that was awesome when I was a kid. Like season 3 of the original show. I'm just like, oh man, I can't believe I used to watch this.
yeah, the worst season.
Yeah, and it
Okay,
was the one that I loved too, because it was the one that was after the movie, so it's all futuristic and everything, and they're flying around in spaceships and stuff, like saving the universe, and they changed the soundtrack and stuff, and like the intro, and there's all these new characters, and uh, I mean, I remember being so excited as a
they,
kid.
they had to bring Prime back just to save it.
Yeah, yeah, eventually they did. It was right after I think it was the when the headmasters came out, right? Didn't they?
It was just before the Headmasters.
Right before the headmasters, yeah.
Bumblebee made him Goldbug.
Oh right, yeah. That was the headmaster version of Bumblebee, or was he a wild
Mm,
headmaster?
He wasn't even that. He was just. It was during the episodes when they story arc when they brought Prime back. Um, Bumblebee was basically destroyed,
Oh,
and
okay.
Quintessicons
Quintessons.
who rebuilt Prime and reactivated Prime,
Yeah.
redid Bumblebee
Oh, okay.
and made him more of a gold bug, like a VW rabbit instead of a beetle.
Yeah.
Okay, well, everyone should be in the bottom of the map here.
Yep.
Those with us, and these stairs do continue to go.
Oh, they continue to go up.
They do. Actually, these were going down. They go both directions. Staircase
Have you
goes in.
explored this level?
No.
The ones that go dark go down, and the ones that go lighter go up.
Yep, that's correct. So yeah, you guys
Not
on the right.
before. Seeing all these pillows are making me tired.
This grand hall is stopped in timeless grandeur. Men dressed in bright robes of various colors are about the room, on pillows in attitudes of talk and laughter, though there is no sound. In the center of the room, 20 dancing girls, clothed in bright robes and veils over their faces, hang in timeless spins. The unmoving figures of a man dancing, it, a figure, the unmoving figure of a man dances with one of the girls.
Well, we've seen this type of frozen person before. I'm going to quickly search through them and make sure they're all of the same type.
Yeah, all the ladies are in diaphanous clothing, nice billowing pantaloons, uh, gold chains hanging about their breasts.
AFK here for a sec.
Maybe we should just take a 5-minute break.
Sure,
Yeah, right. Be right back.
grab something to drink, grab something to eat, whatever. Bio.
Anybody there?
I'm here.
All right. I made lemonade with chia seed. I just have to wait for the chia seeds to soak.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. What about Dargar?
I think he's still AFK.
Um, can we move that to tomorrow?
Okay, are we all back?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm here.
And Nash isn't. Okay. Okay. So he'll just pop in when he pops in.
Say again.
But nah, she'll pop in when he pops back in.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's been like
So
15
yeah,
minutes.
in this chamber again, there's a bunch of men lounged about on pillows and divans. I guess talking, sharing that bitter liquid with each other. Also being entertained by about 2 dozen dancing girls um, that are topless. There's also a figure of a man amongst the dancing girls themselves. Um,
Did you mute yourself?
Back. Sorry,
that's,
I had to take a call.
yeah. So again, amongst this in this room you're in, I'll reread it. Um, the grand hall is stopped in a timeless grandeur. Men dressed in bright robes of various colors sit about the room on pillows and in divans of in attitudes of talk and laughter, though there is no sound. In the center of the room, 20 girls, brightly clothed, topless, with veils over their faces, hang in tiny spins. The unmoving figure of a man dances with one of the girls.
Topless girls. Wow. What does the figure dancing with one of the girls look like? Is he does he appear to be the king or the leader or the?
You go to look and you see that it's a skeletal or desiccated remains.
Have you guys searched the skeletal remains of this guy?
No, we just saw him.
All right. Well, let's. Jared, do you want to search the skeletal remains?
Um, Not until I'm quite sure that it's not undead.
And this skeleton is embracing one of the girls, and the girl is okay.
The girl's locked in a pose of dance. It looks like the same as this the remains of this person.
Well, maybe give it a tap with your dagger or your trident.
Very well. I'm going to tap it with my trident.
And as you give it a good poke, it does an Obi-Wan Kenobi and collapses in upon itself.
Ben!
With the rattle bone collapsing upon itself, and a dried piece of parchment comes out from amongst the remains of what were the robes of this man.
So some people are getting frozen and dying that way, and others get trapped in time somehow. I wonder if this skeletal remains has gems on it, like the one that I found.
No, but a rolled up piece of parchment did roll from amongst the collapsed remains.
Dargar will pick it up and see if he can read it.
It's dry, but you're able to unravel it, and it seems to be a map of sorts. And it seems to lead to another level of the tower. And on the note says the way. On it is a note saying the way back.
Hmm.
Does anything else on the map make it identifiable to the areas that we've passed through?
No. The only thing that seems familiar is the two-way spiral staircase, the one that leads both up and down.
Oh, okay, that one is on the map.
Yes.
What about this room that Jiskar is standing in the doorway to?
Well, we have a map that says the way back.
Okay, Discard. Across from the open archway leading to this room, there is another one about 20 feet away. The room is 50 feet wide. To the east, there are several figures sitting motionless, time trapped, while they play their ancient instruments. Some stringed instruments, some drums, some cymbals. Stairs the width of the room go up the west wall like bleachers.
Are all of the people playing instruments, are they still just frozen, or have any of them become
They seem,
desecrated?
they seem to be frozen in time.
Okay.
So it seems that some of these people aren't getting trapped in time, but they're dying and rotting. They're not getting preserved like the other ones.
You want to let's follow the map?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's follow the map.
sounds good. That getting frozen in time but not being preserved thing sounds like it might be our fate if we were to do the wrong thing. I sense a bit of foreshadowing in this room.
Agreed. So
Okay.
we should go up.
Actually, you're going to go down. Let me just double check
Okay.
that. Let me just double check that. Yeah, you're going down.
Mm.
And you go down the spiral staircase to the next level. And it continues to go down.
Wait, isn't that you standing over there? Oh, I'm my mistake.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to remove them from the map the last time they were here.
Time warp.
Is this the room that the map shows, or is it?
Yes, it does. This vast room is lit by globes of bright light that hang from the 100-foot high ceiling. The room is an octagon 80 feet across with curved archways on alternating walls. In the center of the room and rising to the ceiling stands a 20-foot square pillar of crystal, glittering light flashing up and down its four sides. The pillar stands on a large and ornate base 15 feet tall. Within the base are two 10-foot tall archways, one on the north side and one on the south. Each is blocked by a shimmering curtain. A tapestry hangs on the northeast wall. It is a picture of the central chamber of the crystal prism, complete with the model of the citadel of Martek.
And I guess we don't remember having been here before.
Never seen this place in your life.
Dargar is going to start searching that center column.
Okay.
Jaskar will go examine the tapestry hanging on the northwest wall, the northeast wall.
Okay.
And Jay will assist Daga.
Okay. Anything in particular that you're looking for?
Jaskar will go to the one edge of the tapestry and kind of look behind it.
Solid wall.
Dargar will try moving the curtain that's near him.
It just seems to be a curtain of light.
Jaskar will go examine the north side of that
Similar thing.
crystal
Curtain of light.
column.
Again, a curtain of light.
He sticks his hand into the, see if it'll go through the curtain.
Your hand does go through. As a matter of fact, the curtain parts for you, and the light seems to splash about and part before your around your hand. You can't feel it, but you can definitely know that there is some interactive there.
Jaskar will step through the curtain of light.
You step through, and there's a small alcove. Behind the shimmering curtain in the north side. Within a 3-inch wide hole in the roof streams light down to a similar hole in the floor. So you got a sunbeam running straight down from the ceiling to the floor inside this alcove on the north side.
Jaskar will take out a dagger and just kind of see if he can break that beam of light.
You can break the beam of light.
It doesn't affect the dagger or anything.
No.
Jaskar will stand in the beam of light.
Yep. So yeah, the light does stop at your dagger. You also so on the south side, where Jagar and Casimir, not Casimir, Jagar and Jer are, is an alcove, and there's an hourglass in that alcove.
There's an hourglass in the alcove where me and Jay are standing.
Yes.
Well, Jer, shall we step through this wall of light?
Probably at some point.
Do you think it's safe?
Maybe not.
Can you see if there's any traps or tricks on this?
I could probably see if there are some traps.
It's a trick of the light.
Let's see. I shall use skill to find traps. I remove.
No traps.
I found no traps.
Dargar will step through the wall of light.
Okay. Yeah, you step through it, and it parts for you, and you step through into this alcove, and yeah, you do see an hourglass in a wire frame. Sand seems to be falling from the top to the bottom, but the flow of the sand seems to be imperceptible. You can't really see the bottom orb filling, but you do know that the sand is falling from the top to the bottom.
I'll let everybody know. There's an hourglass in here. The sands of time.
Oh my.
The scar will step out of the northern alcove and move around to the south. And he will tell them about the northern alcove with the beam of light shining down through it.
And there is no beam of light in my alcove, right?
Nope, just the hourglass.
Should we put the hourglass in the northern alcove?
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe move the hourglass to the beam of light in the other alcove.
Let's do that and see what happens.
You cannot move it from the alcove.
Seems it won't pass through the wall of light.
No, you can't get it from inside the alcove itself.
Oh, so it's unbudgeable from where it's sitting.
Yes.
Like it's maybe frozen in time.
No, it's just built into the alcove itself. You can tell that the hourglass can be moved. I mean, it can be turned, but you just can't seem to remove it from where it's at.
Jaskar will step into the alcove and look up and see if there is a hole above the hourglass.
There is no hole above the hourglass.
No, I mean a hole in the ceiling.
Yeah, there is no hole.
And the hourglass itself is sitting in an upright position.
Yeah, it's sitting in a wire frame in an upright position. You can actually see the sand falling from the upper chamber to the lower, but it seems to be the movement itself seems imperceptible. You've been here for about a good 5 minutes, and the level in the lower chamber has not raised. It seems to be as if there's an infinitesimal amount of sand.
What would happen if we laid this thing on its side?
I don't know. I've never tried.
Let's try taking the hourglass and laying it on its side so it's neither time isn't going in any direction. Is that possible, or does the wireframe make it only possible to have it in one direction?
You can move it. But it would seem like you'd have to hold the hourglass in that horizontal position.
Oh, or it will like reorient itself into.
Right. No, there doesn't seem to be any type of locking position lock. It's either you're gonna flip it all the way, or
Yeah, I know that my character doesn't know that he's flipped this before, but I do.
Jaskar sees the opening on the western wall. He will go over there to see what's in there.
Dargar will continue to think about what's happening with this hourglass.
okay.
I'll follow Jiskar as I think about it.
So, in the center of this 20-foot square room is a wooden stand, the top of which lies a large book. The covers of this book are made of platinum plates. And engraved on the front cover, is the title Tome of Time.
Can the tome be removed, or is it?
Yes. Yes, it can be removed.
Okay. Let's take the tome and put it into the alcove with the light.
Good idea.
Okay.
Jaskar will pick up the tome and carry it over to the alcove with the light in it and place it under the light.
Okay, the beam of light hits it, and it does reflect brightly back off the platinum cover.
Is there anything inside of the tome that we can read, or
There are several pages, all written in arcane script.
Check the hourglass.
Yeah, it seems like the book's filled with arcane script. And what are you going to check the hourglass for?
can we see? Is the sand visibly moving, or is it still imperceivable?
I mean, again, you can actually see the sand moving, but the amount of movement is imperceivable.
Let's maybe go back into that room where the tome came from and head to the northern part of it.
Okay. Jaskar goes back over there and goes into the northern part of that room. Does he see anything in there?
This room is 20 foot square, is dust covered, and appears empty. There is a door in the north wall. Just double check
Up
that
there?
map. Okay, that's a misprint. But there is no door.
Jaskar will carefully shuffle his feet through the dust-covered floor to see if he may,
Yeah.
hit anything.
You can disturb the dust and everything. First place where you can actually interact with anything in the rooms.
I wonder if that's because the tome is there, or because it's just this room. Because everything in this room seems to be able to be interacted with.
Then let's move the tome into the alcove with the hourglass.
Let's try this door. Are you standing in front of a door right now?
No, that's a misprint. There is no door.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought it was the other way around.
Typo.
Yeah, I thought it was a mapo instead of a typo. Yeah, let's give that a try. Let's move the tome into the room with into the alcove with the hourglass.
Okay.
Yeah, Jaskar will get the tome and take it into the alcove with the hourglass.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen.
See if we can pick up the hourglass now.
It's still attached to its wireframe. You can still move it in ways to flip it, but you just can't seem to remove it.
Can we pick up the wireframe that's around it?
No, you cannot.
Okay, let's maybe move the tome back to where we had it originally, where the beam of light comes down, and maybe open up the pages inside of the beam of light.
Yeah, Jaskar will try that. He will slowly flip through the book,
Okay.
letting the light illuminate each page.
Yep, you can see that's some type of arcane script. Nothing seems to happen.
Let's maybe leave the book here and go and do some investigating on another floor.
Does a map give you any more information?
Yeah, I'll check the map and see if I can find any more info.
Basically, it's just a map of this chamber with the note the way back.
And have we been to both of the staircases to the north in this room?
Not that you know of.
Okay. Yeah, we'll check the staircases to the north and the east. Are they both leading upwards or downwards?
Staircase to the north leads down. Staircase to the east leads up.
I don't remember their stairwell being on the east start of any of the other rooms. Let's take that stairwell up and see where it leads to.
I'm down with that.
Okay.
Okay, take the spell staircase up. And up into a square room, some 20 feet square.
And I guess we have not investigated this as far as we know.
No, you have not.
Well, let's search around.
So this 20. The small 20-foot square room has two arched doorways, one in the south wall and one in the east wall. You're coming from the east side. Four large, muscular figures stand at attention along the west wall, apparently guards. Their faces are masked by turbans, and they wear robes, and they have large scimitars at their sides.
We'll check them to see if they're frozen.
No perceptible movement from them whatsoever.
So they are also trapped in time?
So it seems.
Go
And
into the southern room.
Okay.
A heavily hooded figure with a bow stands in a partly opened south door of this room. In the room before him, rich drapes hang like iron over the comfortable-looking but rock-hard bed. Lying peacefully asleep on the bed is a handsome man of the desert. Suspended in the air, just a few inches from the sleeping figure, an arrow is trapped in its flight straight toward the sleeper's heart.
His death has been trapped in time, saved by the freezing of time.
Oh yeah.
What kind of arrow is it?
A sheaf arrow.
Can the arrow be moved?
No, you cannot. As a matter of fact, as you grab the arrow to move it, you start to feel a friction burn.
Okay. Strange.
Is the arrow traveling very slowly?
Well, it is locked in place, but that doesn't mean that it's not moving. He goes to grab it. Went to grab it. And he felt a friction burn.
Or maybe we're moving very fast. Jaskar will check this door to see if it will move.
Cannot budge it.
Should we run downstairs and grab the Tome of Time and carry it with us?
I believe you left it.
Oh, we'll go back downstairs and get the Tome of Time and see if we can take it with us.
Yeah, you go down. You go back down to that room, that chamber. Grab the tome. Are you all going?
Yes, I'm going to follow.
Yeah.
Okay. Grab the tome, and as you come back, you notice that the arrow is now about an inch from the sleeping figure's heart.
And if I can, I'll wedge it there in order to stop the arrow if it's moving.
You can taste it. It just gets to the point where you can slight. There's a slight resistance as you place the book on the sleeping figure's chest and between the air point, as and you hear a faint metal on metal screech as you slide it underneath to block the arrow.
Does the arrow seem to have been blocked by that action?
Yeah.
So things are moving just at a very, very slow rate.
Well, you don't know what caused the arrow to jump from about 5 inches to the inch away. All you know is that when you returned with the book, it was that much closer to the sleeping figure on the bed.
It could be because Jaskar tried to grab the arrow.
Or because we went down to the room, maybe when we're in the room, time travels at a normal rate.
Or
Now, if it
maybe,
traveled at a normal rate, it would have already gone through with the guy.
or maybe to stop time, we just lay down on the bed. Hmm. Seems like the further away from here we get, the faster time moves. So if we lay down on the bed, does time stop?
You don't know.
What would happen if we left one person in this room and then the other two went down to the room where the hourglass is?
Hmm. Then time would appear to move much faster for the people who left the room. And it would feel only momentarily to the person who stayed upon your return.
Yeah, it would be like you would walk out the door and then reappear again, but actually maybe 10 or 15 minutes had gone by. We could try that. I'll volunteer to stay in the room if you two want to go down to the other room where the hourglass is.
Okay. Well, do you want us to take the tome with us?
Sure, you may as well.
All right, we'll go back down the stairs with the tome. We'll wait a couple of minutes, then turn around and go back up.
Dargar will just observe what's going on and try to wrap his head around what's happening here.
Okay, so Jaren just gotta go back to the southern alcove. Wait a few moments. And come back. Dargar, you witnessed nothing of the odd. Several minutes pass before Jiskar and Jer return. The arrow had not moved. The still in that position between with the book between it.
Well, maybe we're gonna have to break that hourglass. I don't know. Or perhaps it's unbreakable. So if we don't do any, so I've got a shield in between the arrow and this guy's heart, right?
Basically, the book, yes.
We're using the book for that, for the shield.
That's what you said you guys were using. You're going to use the tone of time to wedge between the man and the arrow.
Okay, can I swap the book out for my own personal shield?
You can. It is a tight. It is tight. There's again some resistance as you go to move the book from the arrow, and again you hear that metallic squeal as the arrow point scratches along the platinum surface of the book cover. You replace it with the shield. There doesn't seem to be that resistance as the book is still thicker than your shield.
Okay, I'll leave the shield there and prop it up somehow.
If you just lay the shield on top of him, the arrow would hit the shield at an angle and should bounce off.
Yeah, I could do that.
Is your shield metal or wood?
I think it's a combination of both.
Try to make sure that the metal part will be in line with the arrow.
All right, I'll try to arrange it in that way. Where
Yeah, no problem. You're able to do so.
now, should we go and disturb the hourglass?
We can try again.
I guess maybe we should go and quickly go through all of these rooms on this level and see if there's anything else we should intervene on that are in a timely fashion, such as this arrow in flight, or anything else that would that we could stop something bad from happening if time resumed its normal pace.
Well, you did know that there was a assassination attempt planned. Apparently, you've come across the scene of that assassination taking place.
Okay, and wasn't there a dagger in the room with the girl as well, where the writing was of the assassin?
That's the man's wife.
As long as my character remembers that part. So if we can prevent this assassination from happening by setting up the shield, maybe that's the only thing that we need to prevent from happening anyway. And I don't even know if we're meant to prevent it from happening, but it seems like a good thing to do. So, does somebody want to go downstairs and try breaking the hourglass?
Jaskar will try.
I thought you can't interact with it.
Oh, you guys can interact with the hourglass down there in that room, but you can't remove it from the alcove.
Mm.
When do you want me to try to break it?
Now's as good a time as ever.
And I guess if it can't be broken, hold it on its side. Turn it sideways.
Yeah.
Jaskar's going to try to shoot it with an arrow.
Okay. The arrow hits it. Nothing seems to happen. The arrow bounces off of it.
Excuse me.
Jaskar will pick up the arrow and check the tip and see if there's any damage to it.
No damage.
He will check the hourglass and see if there's any.
No damage.
Okay.
Well, that's the first time we've ever tried to damage it.
He'll draw his sword,
Okay.
and he'll also draw his mace, and he'll, using the sword like a chisel or a spike or something, and the mace kind of like to hit the pommel.
Right. As you set it, and you go to hit it, you set the tip of your sword at the narrowest part of the hourglass, figuring that to be the weakest point. You go to hit the sword with your mace, and as you do, somehow the point of your sword slips, and it slides down the side of that narrow funnel.
Okay, he, instead of trying at the narrowest point, he will try it up at closer to the top or bottom where it's wider and not quite as sharp of a curve, so it'd be less of a chance of it sliding off like
Oh.
that.
You again, as you go to do that, it sort of basically kicks back towards you. And there's no damage on the hourglass whatsoever. The point of your sword is still fine.
Okay, we can't move the cage that's around the hourglass, right? Jiskar will slide his sword close to have the edge of the blade sitting on the narrowest point, and using one of the
Okay.
bars of the cage is kind of like a fulcrum. He will try to pull onto the handle of the sword to cut into the thinnest part of the hourglass.
It's your budget. So far, nothing you've tried to do to destroy the hourglass has seemed to work.
Damn.
Okay, he goes back upstairs, finds the others, and says, "Nothing works."
What do we do with that thing? Did the arrow move at all while he was gone?
No.
Well, what do we do with this tome of time and an immovable, unbreakable hourglass? That beam of light in that other alcove. We must have to do something with the beam of light. But what? Can anyone here read the arcane writing in the tome of time, or are we all without the knowledge of such things?
I think we're all without the knowledge.
Yeah, it's your arcane light. I don't think you guys bothered to bring Ariel along with you.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe we need to take this book to somebody who can read it and to solve the riddle here.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
That does seem to be the best thing.
Can we think of a way to get out of here to maybe get somebody to look at this book?
You haven't found a way out.
So time advanced a little bit when we went down to that room. Did we happen to notice that time passed any faster while Jiskar was down in the room attempting to move the hourglass?
No.
Nothing changed. Jiskar, could you run back down and try breaking the beam of light in the other alcove, and we'll stay here and see if time moves any quicker?
Okay, he goes down there and does that.
Do we observe time traveling any faster?
I'm back.
How are you going to break the light?
Uh, he'll take his bedroll out, blanket out, and hold it up.
Okay, so the beam of light is running from the ceiling of the northern alcove to the floor of the northern alcove. There's two corresponding holes, directly above and below each other.
Well, what he'll do, he'll you know how you can fold a towel so it's like just a few inches wide?
Yep.
He'll do that with his blanket and then hold that thick part in the middle of the beam. So it'd be about, I guess, chest high.
Okay. Thunk. And you hear the vibration of wood on wood. As you look darker, you see that the arrow has now hit the shield. And you hear running from the southern door.
Oh my, I think we figured out what makes time move fast. What else did we hear?
You heard this. You saw and heard the arrow hit the shield that you placed on the man's chest. You hear it hit and vibrate.
Okay.
From the southern door, you hear footsteps running.
Shall
And
we?
Duke is here.
Hey, Duke.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey,
Good.
Ladies to
Jared,
make
can
it.
you catch up with those footsteps?
did I what?
Somebody's running off into the distance. I think it's maybe the person that shot the arrow.
Oh, I don't know.
Because there was a person with a bow that was there to shoot the arrow, right, Mark?
Right here at the southern door.
And they're no longer there?
No longer there.
Do we want to pursue the assassin?
Yes.
Okay. You do notice, though, a slight trickle of blood from the sleeping figure's from the laying figure's mouth.
Oh, maybe he's already dead from some other reason.
You gotta look. The arrow penetrated the shield and his heart.
Okay. Let's chase down that assassin. Dargar will take off running with his short legs and he'll tell Jer, let's get the guy that fired the arrow.
I'll run after you.
I gotta get Academy back up here in 1 second. I had him on the GM layer on the.
Casimir, I know you're with us, but I'm not sure where you are on the map.
Yeah, we'll figure it out soon.
And I imagine Jiskar is going to be down breaking the light for us.
Well, after about 5 minutes, and he hasn't heard anything from you, so he will probably put the blanket back away and go back upstairs to see what's going on.
Yeah, and that'll freeze time again, and possibly we'll be able to catch up to the assassin.
Good point.
If we know it.
Yep. Okay. Just how you do that, you come back up and you see that the sleeping figure, a trickle of blood coming from its mouth. The arrow seemed to have penetrated the Dargar's shield and the man's heart.
Okay, I can see where everybody is, but not me.
So, Casimir, we realized that breaking the beam of light down in that other room causes time to advance normally.
Well, that's some progress.
Yeah. So I don't know what the hourglass does, but it didn't do anything for us.
Yeah, let's not touch that thing again. I mean, not that we ever touched it before, as far as I can remember.
Should have you right here. Uh,
Cool. Thanks. So I understand an assassin killed somebody, and I'm going to help you find him, Darger.
Yeah, we came into the room and we saw that the arrow was in flight towards the heart of this person. So we put a shield in between the arrow and this person, and when we advanced time, the arrow fired, went through the shield, and killed him. There was also an assassin standing there that took off running right after the arrow killed the person. So
Okay, well, time's moving for better or worse, and we need that to happen.
Well, time's no longer time's no longer moving because it just got back with the party.
Oh, because okay, so somebody has to stay there and block the light, whatever, however that works.
yeah, I suppose we could put an object there, but we didn't know that until now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now we can figure it out then.
Can we find the assassin, or has he moved too far away?
Mm, you eventually find him on the spiral staircase, climbing up.
Well, up must be the way out.
And he's frozen in time?
Frozen in time, mid stride.
Uh-huh. Okay, while I think, against assassins on principle, do we understand anything about why he wanted this guy dead?
Basically, it was just a plot from the man's wife to get rid of him.
Typical bad wife scenario.
Yeah. Women tend to convince a man to do violence for them instead of actually doing it themselves. So, okay, I'm against this assassin.
So if he's frozen in the stairwell, maybe we should tie up his legs and feet, and then once we advance time, he'll be entangled.
Yeah. I like that. I got some rope.
And maybe we'll send Jiskar back down to put an object in place of the beam of light, unless it has. No, well, you used a blanket before, so an object should do it.
Yeah, if we could get something like yeah, he'll just use his blanket. He'll just fold it up into a thick square and just lay it on the floor where it would go through the hole in the floor.
That sounds like a plan.
Oh my, does it. Perfect.
Yeah, so once time is moving, we can grab that little minaret and maybe we solve some other problems around here. Maybe we don't, but we can head home. And by home, I mean back to that other weird place we were in.
The Crystal Caverns.
Yep.
Okay.
The skeletons that kind of crumbled, did all the bones turn to dust or just some of them?
Collapsed upon themselves.
Okay, 'cause I was wondering, like, if there was a skull laying around, he'll just pick that up and use it to cover up the hole.
Okay, you do so, and well, The light penetrates the skull and through the various opened orifices, and still manages to make its way and continues on with its circuit.
Okay, so that is not going to work. He'll use his blanket. Fold it up into a nice thick square and then lay it over the hole in the floor.
Okay. Yep, you can do that.
Okay, once he does that, he'll go back upstairs.
And you do so, and you hear all sorts of commotion now as you go up the stairs.
And away we go.
You hear the music playing off somewhere in the distance, and
We'll have our weapons at the ready around this assassin. So what should we do with this assassin? Should we bring him in front of all of the other people that are here as the culprit?
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds pretty reasonable.
Being a lawful good dwarf, I think that would probably be something that I would try to do. Does he put up a struggle or a fight once time resumes and we have him bound?
sure, you have him bound. As he continues his stride, he falls flat on his face.
Talk to him and ask him who he is and why he has killed that person.
You don't get any information. He doesn't tell you much information, and forgiven. He said that because his mistress said to, and his mistress
Following the
wanted.
orders of his mistress, is he? Okay, well we'll keep him captive and tied at weapons length, and maybe parade him to a room where we think that there might be some people that can take care of him or the situation. So he was going upwards on the staircase?
Yeah, he was going up.
Since he's now our captive, shall we take him up as well?
Yeah, let's keep him with us. We've got business to conduct with him.
Okay. My job will be to keep him tied and at weapons length and make sure he doesn't run off or try to do anything sneaky. So I'll let somebody else lead us.
Casimir?
Yeah.
Would you care to lead the way?
Okay, hold on. So we've got this guy. Are we heading downstairs or up, or did we just happen to nab him at the stairs and now we've got other places?
He was up.
Okay, so we caught this assassin, and now you were Dargar. You were suggesting we take him before some other people who will now have the freedom to move because time has started. What other people? Where are these other people?
Well, there is. Was it downstairs where the dance hall is, where all the people are, and the harem?
Yeah, that sounds good. I don't remember that what we saw there.
Yeah, I think it's down. There's a whole bunch of people down.
Let's go down.
All right, so I guess we'll take him down.
Bang his head on the stairs all the way down if we feel like it.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't know what is up. If we took the stairs up.
Oh yeah, it's a spiral staircase. So I don't know which way do we do clockwise to go down or counter? I don't know.
Usually the
Towards
ones
the
mean
right.
that dark. Yeah, darkened one is down, light one's up.
Okay, that makes a certain sense.
You guys going down or going up?
We're going down because we think that's where the ballroom full of people is, and that's where we want to display this murderer.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we need to go to that south. Then again, the lady that planned the assassination is back upstairs where the assassination happened in another room.
Yeah, we need to get her looped into this as well. But right now, if we can get this killer in front of witnesses,
Well, you find her, and she was nothing but a corpse.
Oh, okay.
You go down and see this large octagonal room with that crystal column tapestry in the northeast corner.
Is this the bottom of the stairwell?
Stairwell continues to go down.
and here we are. So this was the dance floor, right?
No,
I think the dance floor is up from where the this was. I think.
Okay, yeah, I don't have a good memory of how this place is laid out, especially the up and down. We can go back up to try to find it.
Yeah, if anyone remembers what staircase we were on.
We were on the spiral staircase that was going up and down. We were on this one, but well, it can't hurt. We'll try up, and if we don't encounter the floor, then we'll go back down.
okay.
Sounds
So,
good.
so you so when you go up, how many floors you will go up?
Jaskar would be behind the tied up assassin and have one hand resting on the back of his neck, claws just slightly out.
And again, how many floors will you go up if you go up?
Well, we'll go up until we reach the next landing and see if that's the one for the ballroom. If not, we will go up again.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, well, you go up to the next landing, and it leads to the area of the uh. There's the next landing.
Yeah, that's the where he got killed.
You see a flickering light to the north from this land.
Okay, go up again.
And the sound of music is quite loud coming from this landing.
Yeah, I don't remember being here before. Maybe I was. So anyway, dance floor.
None of them are worried about, well, they don't realize the guy turned to dust in front of them anyway.
And everybody up here seems alive and moving and talking.
The ladies are dancing, the music's playing, the men are talking amongst themselves. Suddenly, the lady screams as she realizes that there is a pile of bones before her.
So what was the deal with that guy? As soon as time started, he fell apart.
No, he was kind of not quite caught in the time hold, and he slowly aged to death.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
Kind of like
Okay.
when you're on a spaceship in one of those suspension pods, and somebody's pod has a crack in the glass.
Yeah, when it doesn't quite hold you in suspended animation, but keeps you asleep.
Yeah. So with all these people here, can we communicate with them? Are there any language barriers, or do they all speak common?
Common. An older form of common, but they speak common.
All right, we'll explain the situation of how this person has killed the other person upstairs.
He has killed the Sultan.
After that, you get a call. You hear a call for the guards. Even though you've seen no guards here.
Now the guards were up at the bedroom.
That's right. There were two guards that were frozen up in that other room. Maybe they'll come down to us if these people can run and get them.
Yeah, send one of the dancing girls up there, but not to entertain.
Send that brunette, the topless one. Fetch the guards.
Okay. The portly gentleman soon appears, and he's got a large medallion worn about his neck. Gentlemen, this way, please. And he gestures, languidly gestures you.
I guess we will follow him.
You are
Yeah, I'm really calling.
wondering where you are. Well, I'll give you a little clue. Up continues up, and down continues down. The tower built by Mobius is one eternal round. But if you would wish to leave this place of endless cheer and woe, think of the times before you came, and thither you must go.
Okay, so sounds like we could continue going up forever, or we could continue going down forever. Eventually, we'll loop back around. But then we need to, well, we need to get that minaret, the miniature minaret, to get out of here.
Ah, yes, the minaret of Maltech. Well, since you've did, we did away with my little mosaic, um, you are free to take it.
Thanks, I think I will.
You're taking the medallion, Casimir?
Well, oh, did he say medallion? I was talking
No,
about
minaret.
minaret.
Oh, minaret. Okay.
Yeah, so the minaret is not on this floor, but when we go back down there, I'll pick it up off that pillow because we need that thing. That's the one where we couldn't lift it off the pillow because time was stopped, but now we should be able to.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was our big goal here because, like the previous one, I had been in another one of these. I'm going to call it a pocket universe. I was in another one and I took the minaret, and when I had it, I was able to go back to the Crystal Palace place with the big rooms.
Okay. Okay. So we have to pick up that minaret and we have to take it back into the big crystalline chambers.
Well, once we get that minaret, we may automatically go back, or we may have to go someplace or do something here in this pocket universe to go back to that one.
Okay. Well, at least this time we can talk to people and no one's frozen in time.
Yeah, there might be some good stuff we can get here or good stuff we can do here before we head home.
Did they take the assassin?
Not a problem. The man concentrates, and the assassin just rapidly ages before your eyes. He has become a skeletal, nothing but skin, nothing but bone.
Whoa.
Did it look like somebody did that, or it just happened because of the time change?
The man that told you that little clue, that little riddle, and told you that you can get the minaret. He just seemed to snap his fingers, and within an instant, the assassin, did his best impersonation of the German in um, the Last Crusade.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I guess that assassin deserved what he got.
that.
Okay, what do y'all want to do?
Well, if we pick up the minaret, we may suddenly snap back to the other big place and we'll be done here. So, is there any reason right now not to just go get the minaret?
I can't see any reason why we wouldn't just go and get it.
Yeah, well, we
Hey, guys,
found a
I think-
backpack full of that had a bunch of ancient coins in it.
Oh, yeah. Feel free to get that before we go.
Yeah,
The
I still
backpack-
have it.
Yeah, the guard poured them into his backpack because
Okay, so-
that old one just disintegrated.
Okay.
Yeah, we found some treasure while you were gone.
No.
Well, I guess you weren't really.
Okay, so anything else before we just go get the minaret? Because I think it's
I think-
down. I think it's down 2 levels from here.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and get it.
Yep, get back to normal world.
Ta-da!
Normally. This is the level of which we were speaking.
And it's the pillow.
I believe I see a pillow. Everyone want to join me in here so we're all in the same room? Maybe it will matter.
In case an Ifrit emerges.
Never know what's going to happen. So there's this pillow with a minaret on it, right? I will pick up the minaret.
And you can do so.
Dargar will cheer.
And as you do, you and everyone around you feels this as if they've been lifted off their feet and jerked backwards. And you find yourself, feels like you're flying backwards. You're not moving, it just seems that way. You end up here.
Back in the crystal chamber.
With memories intact.
Okay, and so this whole area may end up getting darkened soon because we're done with this part. Because okay, Mark, where we are, this is where we came back. So when we went out, is this other place that I'm just doing a purple mark on it.
Yep, that is the entrance to the tower.
Okay. Well, if I remember correctly, there is a one section of this huge area that we have to address still. Gentlemen, after me.
Lead the way.
I'm leading.
Area is darkened. Well, no, this part's not darkened. The area beyond to the southwest is darkened. Come to the center location with the model of the Citadel of Martek with 4 of the minarets in place.
Oh, okay. So I can set down another one.
Yep.
Check this out, guys. I'm going to set it down, and I'll bet that the lights go out.
Yep. From the chamber, from the corridor that you just came down from. This whole area is now dark. The whole northern section.
Wow, who shut out the lights?
The only thing that's still lit up is the southeast.
Hey, guys, guess where we need to go now?
Southeast?
Very good. So this one had an image of a woman kneeling, and I think we'll need to go take a look at that again to get a clue about what's going on.
Yeah, I'm going to go get that for you in a second. Yeah, so you come to the crystal ball, you see the image of a young woman kneeling inside a crystal cylinder. Her face turned upward, a tear halfway down her cheek. Her lovely oval face is set off by dark almond eyes and by silken hair that sweeps to her waist. At her knee sits a brass ball of curious and intricate workmanship. And half hidden by the folds of her gown, a crystal minaret lies beside her, and she is absolutely motionless.
I'd like to give her a sex change.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
So I think we know basically, okay, we've got the description of her. We know basically how to get to this other pocket universe. We go to this platform and stand on it, and then we've got to find her because she's got the minaret and probably have to solve a problem for her.
Is she located in the area where the assassins were?
You have no idea.
But she's mobile, like she can move?
Nope, she appears to be motionless.
Okay. Still motionless.
Right. And so what I'm thinking is each one of these places that we went to, like I did the one that's now shown as darkened in the northwest, and it was its own place, had nothing to do with the time stopped place we were just at before. So I think even though there's a time stop thing going on here too, or she's motionless, it's still nothing to do with the place we were just in.
That's possible. Yeah. So shall we step on this platform, or do we need to rest or anything before we go elsewhere?
I have most of my spells and almost all my hit points. I'm good.
Giscard is not good.
Okay, well, do you need healing? Because I can help with that.
Yes.
Okay, so I got the macros up for your spell list. Casimir, I just didn't get them posted on your character sheet, but they're already in the game.
Okay. Okay, so let me see. Giscard, are you very badly hurt or a little bit hurt?
I am below half.
Yeah, okay, so I'll whip out a spell or two for you right here. We'll start with this one.
And away we go.
Okay, heal yourself 9, and I hope you're feeling better, and I can give you more if you need.
That puts me a little over half.
You'll also can do critical cure critical too.
Yeah, given the number of spells I have available, I'm going to go with another cure moderate wounds or a couple of those.
Okay.
So that's 9 more
Okay.
spells.
Nine or six.
There was
Total
6. There was 6, and then previously 3, so 9.
Oh, okay. That puts me 5 from my max. Now maybe Giscard will stop bleeding all over the place.
Yeah, I do have more spells, but if we can, I don't want to just burn through them right away in case I need them for something else later.
Yeah. It's okay.
Good call.
So it's if we're
Thank you.
ready. Oh yeah, I guess so. The question is, do we want to rest here or do we want to go now? This is if we try to camp here, there's doesn't seem to be anybody here but us, but it's kind of wide open because these hexes are so big.
Oh, we could still set watches.
Yep. So what do you think? I'm through about half my spells, I guess.
I'll take second watch, fourth watch.
Funny thing is, you've never encountered anyone in here by the time you were here. So
Yeah, I see that, but I worry because we don't know what we don't know, and yeah, I think we're better off with a watch.
Better safe than sorry.
I don't really need a heal, Casimir, because I'm only down about 5 points. But if you're gonna rest, you might as well give me one.
Yeah, and the other thing I have is that staff of healing, so everybody gets a D6 plus 1. I'm allowed to use that on every person once per day.
Yeah.
And I still have spells I can use before we rest.
You want to roll that or just?
I can roll it for everybody. For Dargar.
Oh, thank you. That's enough to get me to full.
Haven't rolled it yet. There you go. Take 5.
That's exactly what I needed.
Okay, and Jer,
Yes.
you also get 5.
Oh no! I'm not injured. I'm not injured.
Then just go
Oh.
will take 5.
Okay, then here you go.
I mean, I'm just barely like 1 HP.
Well, I'm not using a spell. I'm using that staff of healing that allows me to heal
Oh,
everybody. So
okay.
just take it. But anyway, yeah, just card. You got 5 in the chair. Jared take 7 and like it. And Casimir. And I'm full. Okay, now that I've done the staff, just card, do you need any more healing?
Nah, he is at full.
Excellent. Okay, I guess we're just going to rest then.
Dargar is not only going to rest, but he's also going to dream of the topless harem girls.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you guys rest.
Yep, we're resting with a watch.
Jaskar will take the first watch.
I'll take second watch.
Yeah, and the day goes by uneventful. Seeing that you haven't met anyone since you've been here,
Okay, so I got full spells now.
So,
Okay. Who's ready to jump in the middle of the big circle? I think when we step on this platform, we will be transported to
a whole new world.
Any visitors through the night?
No, I don't. I think you said none.
Well, that's good.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me make sure I got the right area here. Suddenly, you find yourself standing beside a crystal obelisk 10 feet tall. The runes on the side reform themselves to read, "Touch me to the crystal minaret, and I will bear you home." There is a stillness here, unusual even for the desert, and even a puff of wind stirs the air. Stretching to the limits of sight, the sand dunes of the desert roll into the distance, baked by the blazing sun. Not a single stone shows through the glittering grains, nor does a single insect scurry across its surface. In every direction, the burning silence of the sand sea is oppressive and forbidding. The sun beats down like a golden hammer on this parched land, the crescent shapes of the dunes marching off into infinity in all directions. Such landmarks as might be visible, are hidden behind the shimmering desert air.
We find ourselves back in the desert, my friends.
Okay.
If we try and orient ourselves, do we have any idea where we are other than in the desert?
You're in the desert somewhere.
And all of our equipment came with us? Whatever we were holding.
And I'll actually have the actual map for this on next week.
Sounds
the,
good.
the actual map that I have you guys on right now, I just had just to show that you changed places. But yeah, you're in the desert somewhere.
Sounds pretty
Okay.
sweet.
Oh, Casimir, you weren't here. So it won't be next week. It'll be next sessions. It will be in about 3 weeks. After Christmas and New Year's.
Okay. Sounds good.
No, because Christmas is next Friday. New Year's Day is the following Friday. So
Yeah, that's very understandable. Y'all have a great Christmas and New Year's, and we'll get together after that. It'll be fun.
Yeah, everybody have a great Christmas and New Year's, everybody. Don't party too much.
Yeah, everybody
So-
stay safe.
the next session will be January 8th.
Feliz Navidad.
All right.
Okay, so
And I'll have it scheduled appropriately in Roll20.
And thanks for DMing me, Mark.
Not a problem.
yeah, thank you, Mark.
Yep, yep.
My pleasure. Always enjoy it.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays, everybody.
See all you guys later.
Yep. Have a good time, guys. Bye.
You too. Bye.
And for those of you watching, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching us live on Twitch, please hit that heart-shaped button at the top of your screen. It's the follow button. That helps us out so much. And if you're watching us on YouTube, how come you haven't followed yet? Follow us on YouTube and subscribe and attune to the notification bell every time we upload a new video. You'll receive a notification on your smartphone. And if you like who we are and like what we do, I strongly urge you to explore our links. We have links to Discord, we have links to Twitter, we have links to the homepage for my own personal D&D game, the Orb of Solnot X. We have links to Patreon and PayPal. PayPal is for one-time small donations if you just want to leave a tip or something or help us out one time. You can feel free to use PayPal, and if you'd like to subscribe with a monthly pledge, feel free to use Patreon. You can fill out custom pledges if you like, or you can fill out at the subscription tier levels that are shown on my Patreon page. And if you subscribe at the $10 level or higher, you are guaranteed a spot every week in my very own Orb of Solnot Hex game, if you would like to play. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow. So tomorrow, Varen is not able to show up. He has gift wrapping obligations with his family. So the rest of us have agreed to get together on Sunday because we'll have better attendance because Asher can show up on Sunday. She's working Saturdays all the way until I think the end of the year. So as long as we play on Sunday, she'll be able to show up. And also, we may or may not, depending on how Varen feels, we may or may not switch to Sundays permanently. It's up in the air right now. Varen has a D&D game on Sundays already, but at the same time, he's only showing up to maybe, I'd say less than a third of the sessions, and even then, it's only for a few hours at a time. So that's all up in the air right now. So it is possible that we might switch permanently to Sundays. And again, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see everybody soon. Bye, everybody. Bye-o.